Dirt 5, in the snow, alive. Welcome back, everybody. You are at Opafed Gaming and you're racing with the Opafed. We're in a Mini John Cooper at the Nanchi Bazaar Nepal Land Rush race. Should be called ice or snow track race. However, lots of chaos, lots of action, and lots of things to look at. This game never ceases to amaze me with its awesome graphics and great gameplay. I mean, let's face it, I come from the land of Pong, and that was after I was married. So a game like this, imagine my surprise when I turn something like this on and I see this kind of gameplay. It's really something to behold. Anyhow, when you're driving these kinds of tracks, sometimes one of the tips that I'd like to give out is when you want to pass one of these guys is cut them on the inside. You cut them on the inside, you got a little bit of extra room and you seem to be able to get by them. Don't worry too much about the banging and crashing because the physics in this game are very forgiving. It's just the whole game is written around having fun. And when you are speeding down the track, holding on to a steering wheel, and just drifting around these corners, there is nothing so satisfying. Especially when you pass one of the other cars, either in the air or when you're racing along on the ice. It's just a really great feeling to play this game. The AI give you lots of competition. They don't let you go very easily, and contrary to popular belief, once you pass them, they don't leave you alone. They come back to battle you and they keep going until the race is over. So it's a real barn burner to try and win. And while you're racing and ripping along the track, you see the snow kicking up behind you and a little plume of dusty snowflakes. The weather changes automatically. It's always a thrill a minute. Lots of chaos. At the moment, as you can see by the race, I'm trying to catch up to the two top contenders. But it's hard when you're slipping around the corners and you are not always getting the traction that you desire, sometimes a little oversteer. Another good tip for this game is keep your foot off the brake. Now I know that sounds kind of strange. Keep your foot off the brake. However, this game, the whole race from beginning to end, can be run with throttle control. When you're coming up to a corner, just before you get to the corner, let off a little, crank the wheel, and she'll spin the back end around the corner. Especially if you cut them a little short to try and catch the guys that are in front of you. Now we got a little ways to go yet. We're almost onto the last lap. Those two up ahead of us, it's going to be a tough go to try and catch those guys. Well, we'll cut her a little close here. We're getting closer. As you may have noticed by the previous Dirt 5 races, my nickname, Opafed, is the Cheesemonger. You had to pick a nickname, so that's the one I picked. I like cheese. Okay. Opafed the Cheesemonger is catching up to the two guys in front. And they're getting close. We're going to catch them yet. We'll see who ends up being supreme. Now, I've been watching the gameplay, as I hope you have been, and taken into account how much fun it really is to race this game. Don't forget to leave your comments and your fun factor rating in the comments down below, and we'll tally them up near the end of the month and see if Dirt 5 is still worthy of being played. Anyhow, we are catching up to these guys. We're getting really close. We're about half a lap away from the finish line, but it looks like Opafed's going to come in third in this race. unless he can manage to get her going a little bit. Cut him on the inside here, buddy. Cut him on the inside. And sometimes it's hard because the traction in the ice and snow just isn't there like it is in the mud. Anyhow, we're coming up on the end. We're in second place. In the dirt, in the gravel, in the dust, or in the snow, Dirt 5 is very much alive. And I think that I'm going to have to give this race a solid 5 out of 5 because I've thoroughly enjoyed racing this one, and I don't know if we're going to be able to top it, but we're going to search for more to see if we got any better ones. But 5 out of 5 for this one. Hope you had a great time. You've been racing with the Opafett.